Welcome to another episode of The Matter and the Fact, a news information talk show devoted to uncovering misinformation and actually providing factual-based, truth-rooted in science information so we can rise above fears and take control of our rights to peace of mind and well-being. So let's get to it. I don't know if you've heard of an organization called the Justice Center for Constitutional Freedoms, but you will. From the CTV website, the Justice Center for Constitutional Freedoms was founded in 2010 and describes itself as a voice for freedom in Canada's courtrooms. Sounds pretty legit, right? Really kind of governmental, institutional sort of name, hey? Well, the JCCF has represented people challenging COVID-19 related tickets and also took part in a legal challenge against gay-straight alliances in Alberta schools. On the Justice Center's website in 2016, the organization interestingly thanked support from the AREA Foundation and the Donner Canadian Foundation, who funded a debate featuring former Donald Trump advisor, wait for it, Steve Bannon, in Toronto in 2018. Well, both are known to fund conservative think tanks in Canada. Now here's where it gets relevant to the province of Ontario. On September 22nd, the Justice Center for Constitutional Freedoms notified the Ontario Ford government that this was their final warning over VaxPorts. Here's an excerpt from the press release from the JCCF website, September 22nd, 2021. The Justice Center for Constitutional Freedoms has issued a legal warning letter to the Ontario government on behalf of four whole clients, demanding the vaccine passport mandate be revoked immediately. The law requires Ontarians as young as 12 to provide proof of 2 doses of the COVID mRNA vaccination as of September 22nd, 2021, or be denied access to a wide range of businesses and organizations, including field trips and city facilities. The Justice Center has notified the province that it will file a legal action should Ontario fail to halt its unconstitutional discrimination against those who have not yet chosen to receive the experimental vaccines. So who's the JCCF backed by? Well, since they're a so-called charitable organization, they don't need to disclose their donors, but on charitydata.ca, which compiles donations charities make from other charities, shows that the Justice Center received donations from an array of charitable organizations, most of them churches or Christian organizations. Okay, wait for it. Available public information from the Canada Revenue Agency shows the Justice Center, registered as not-for-profit, as having total assets amounting to over $1,700,000 in 2020. And the Justice Center CRA financial profile, the organization said yes when asked if it received donations or gifts valued at $10,000 or more from donors outside of Canada. So it seems like there are some pretty significant non-Canadian supporters and influencers here. Okay, some information does exist as to where some of the Justice Center's foreign donations may come from. The Atlas Network, a Washington-based organization that is, for the most part, makes donations to right-wing think tanks, listed the Justice Center as one of its global partners in 2018. The Atlas Network's website has since removed this information. So, a former director of the Justice Center, Marco Navarro-Genet, is currently listed as one of the Atlas Network's people on its website. The Justice Center for Constitutional Freedoms made headlines recently when the Court of Queen's Bench Chief Justice Glenn Joyal recounted how he was followed by a private investigator in an effort to gather evidence of him breaking public health orders. The private investigation firm was hired by John Carpe, president of the Justice Center for Constitutional Freedoms, the group representing 7 Manitoba churches and several individuals who are challenging Manitoba's health orders. Why is Ontario such a concern to a Manitoba-based right-wing so-called charitable organization? And let's get back to Maxime Bernier, who the JCCF has represented, the leader of the People's Party of Canada, who just suffered a humiliating loss in the most recent federal election. Well, not really. The right-wing fear-mongering party received roughly 5% of national votes, which is significant, okay. But Maxime Bernier hasn't disappeared. At his mostly maskless post-election speech at the Saskatoon Hotel, and despite the local mask mandates, Bernier said he's pleased to see the party grow and he's already preparing for the next election. Well, after numerous videos of the maskless event were posted on social media, the Saskatoon police tweeted, "We see and hear many people's tweets expressing concerns about masking at a local election event. As the concerns are regarding a public health order, we will work with our partners in public health to look into this further." Maxime Bernier has so far not responded to this. Good thing he has the FCC to back him up. So, takeaway. You're going to see lots of Facebook, Twitter, and social media feeds featuring the so-called Justice Center for Constitutional Freedoms and how they are standing for our freedoms and rights. Well, now you know a little more about them, and, well, you'll have to make up your own mind about the truth. The truth is, none of us want restrictions like mask mandates or vaccine passports, but the reality is we need these right now. The pandemic of the unvaccinated is winning the battle, and until we get this virus under control, we won't be able to enjoy the freedoms we so richly deserve. I'm sure many of the 85% of eligible Ontarians who are vaccinated are grateful we have a government that looks out for the health and welfare of the majority of us and protects all of us from the poor decisions made by just 15% of eligible Ontarians. This is, at the end of the day, a democracy. Let's face it, in a time when we should be pulling together, there are a lot of fear-mongering, dark forces out there that are just trying to pull us all apart, down into a quagmire of fear and anger so they can control us, control the narrative, and gain powers over our free will. This is North America. It's one of the most revered democratic strongholds of the free world. We have way more to be thankful for than to be fearful for. We're going to tackle many of these forces head on and expose their true roots and their true objectives. Hey, YouTube, thanks for watching. If you want us to keep bringing programming to you and uncovering the truth, please remember to like our page. Make sure to share these videos and subscribe. Also, click the little bell so you can be notified every time one of our truth-finding videos comes out.